Manchester United talk again. It's a Monday, guys, and on Mondays I have my show on NBS Sports. So you caught me, getting ready for the show. I'm here, knotting my tie. But let's burn you with Man United news, guys, because there is good news. Kobe Maino is back training with the squad at Manchester United. How soon will he be back? I'll also tell you a little something about our captain in just a bit as we do build up to that big game, MAINOO versus Galatasaray. We shouldn't be losing a third consecutive game. Not happening. We seem to play better in the Champions League, probably, I felt, but the result as well could have been flattering a bit at some point, to some extent. But anyway, let's talk Manchester United, guys. So the biggest and best news I've had today is Kobe Maino now not training by himself anymore. He's back training with the entire squad. Now, do you know why that is good? Because, guys, you've seen it. When you see Amrabat playing in the middle of the park as a midfielder, you see how Manchester United looks organized. So clearly, the problem Manchester United had was around there. That's one of the biggest problems we are having. That's why we are leaking goals. If we have a good player in that position, we are good. Meaning Casemiro has not been good enough in his position because he was the one entrusted with that role, brought in for a lot of money. But Kobe Maino is the kid you feel, and I'm seeing many of us agreeing. People are saying Bruno and Casemiro should be on the bench. That can only happen if Kobe Maino is fit. Maino is the player who will send Casemiro out of Manchester United, I'll tell you. That's how good that boy is. He's good. If you watch that game versus Arsenal in the US in the preseason, he bossed Declan Rice. He bossed the midfield for Arsenal. And Arsenal had their best team. That boy is such a beast. So he is the one we need to be getting fit. And I'm seeing people praying, okay, yes, we want all our players fit, but people are more hurt when Lisandro Martinez is out, when Rafael Varane is out. But actually, with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, if we do have Kobe Maino playing ahead of them, he will make any defenders look good. Any defenders look good. So that boy is huge. So I hope he's available for selection because he comes back at a point when we are saying Bruno should be on the bench together with Casemiro. Why not? Because they're a bit of a problem. They're not giving us enough. That's the fact. They're not giving us enough. So for me, that's the biggest positive news I can tell you as we do build up to that game. I hope we are surprised and he's in the squad. We could be surprised even if he's on the bench and comes in for 3 minutes. Seeing him on the pitch will be just enough. We do hope that's the case. If it's not, it's positive enough that he's training with the team because before he has been training in isolation, because he was just recovering. And the injury seems to have taken a shorter time than we expected. So beautiful stuff there on Kobe Maino. And now, away from Kobe Maino, we are playing Galatasaray, guys. And this is the team. I watched them come back against which team? Copenhagen, FC Copenhagen. They went down 2-0. And boy, goodness, they have got some good players in there. They have got some good players in there. Wilfred Zaha, our former boy, of course, will return to try and haunt us because it didn't work at Manchester United. Obviously, he would have wished to be at Manchester United. Now, I don't think, having been at the academy, he would have wished to be playing for Galatasaray right now. I think Zaha is under 30. I think he's under 30. So he's still young, but he has something against United. He wants to prove a point. So it's going to be a tough game. But who then does the boss bring in? We've all been talking about, Marcus Rashford. The boss came out and defended him, and this is what I didn't like about Eric Ten Hag's pre-match press conference when he was talking about Marcus Rashford. He seemed to say, because he was saying that the team has got to play for him, to build. From what Eric Ten Hag was seeming to suggest is that we are still playing for Marcus Rashford to give us the goals. I thought in this, press conference, he should have been telling us that he has been trying to work to ensure that he learns that he should be feeding Rasmus Højlund with the ball because he's the striker we have now. But if Ten Hag in a press conference is also thinking about Marcus Rashford as the guy scoring the goals, then probably he's impressed with what he's doing. Because for us, we are saying Rashford makes the good runs, but he makes the wrong decisions, chooses to go for goal when he should be passing to Højlund. Ten Hag seems to be encouraging that. He's the boss, he's the manager. For us, we are saying Ten Hag should be telling that boy to start feeding the ball to Rasmus Højlund. So for me, I listened. I got that. If that's the way he was trying to mean it, then we have a problem right there. And guys, this is the point, man. When again, I will now start listening to people who are suggesting that we check Ten Hag's tactics and his style. Truth is, his man management can be questioned. There are reasons to that. Did Man United need a ruthless manager? But could he be a little too ruthless? So again, but also on the tactics, you remember how he pulled off Rasmus Højlund versus Arsenal. He was our only hope for a goal, and everyone was watching that game. Instantly, it was a reaction from everyone. People who were watching on TV, because I was watching, the reaction I felt, and the people watching with me on that game is what we had the boos in the stadium. Everyone was booing instantly. So it shows you that, whereas you're the boss, you can't be smarter than the whole world. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm beginning to question Eric Ten Hag's tactics, to be honest. Could it be too too fast to say this? But it is happening. Tactics, it doesn't matter whether the team is building and is improving, but tactics are tactics. You know what I mean? Tactics are tactics. So Eric Ten Hag, for me, is beginning to expose himself a little. But anyway, let's not stick to him. So playing Galatasaray tomorrow, for me, the changes I would expect, the two major changes, the first change I would expect is Marcus Rashford not to start that game. That's one. That's the first change I would expect, because Manchester United should know that this season we will be judged a lot by how we perform in the Champions League, because the Premier League obviously has run out of our hands now. Okay, the games are still early, but the other clubs, the clubs that are ahead of us, are also not sleeping, and they are really good. So in the terms of the Premier League, that marathon is not for us to chase. The Champions League being a knockout competition, we can progress and get fast. So we'll be judged a lot. So Eric Ten Hag has got to be bold to make the right decisions. And the right first decision, I think, is Marcus Rashford not starting that game. Anthony Martial scored a goal in, how many minutes did he play to score a goal? How many minutes has Martial played this season? But, he has the same number of goals as I think Rashford, has got one goal as well. He has half Bruno Fernandes' goals. So, what's the point? So give him a chance. He should be playing ahead of Marcus Rashford. Garnacho has proved to us he also has a goal to his name. He looks to be a little more effective. He looks to be a little more smart. Ten Hag has been talking the same thing I've been saying here. The decision making in the team is wrong, and these are top players. They should be at that level. He should be making the right decisions, not decisions that even we the fans see and saying, even I would have made the right decision there. So it then begs, the question, are these players up to, the level we think they are? Or is the manager trying to help them get there? But we don't see it happen. 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, then you start questioning what's going on. Yeah. So for me, I think it's so important. It's so important that Eric Ten Hag drops Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes as well should be dropped. We play better without Bruno Fernandes. We look more calm, more organized. He brings chaos, a bit of chaos in the team. And, he's chaotic anyway, even by his reactions. Do we need a player who brings chaos? If he's so effective, it's okay. If it's a Messi, an effective player. But Bruno is not so effective, guys. Let's be honest. He hasn't been effective. So we can bench him so that his chaos, it does not mess us up. And let players, because without him, Mason Mount looks better. Not so? So guys, hotspot, subscribe. My name is Webb. Those are the 2 changes. I'll tell you my prediction tomorrow, of course, before the game. I'll be back to talk about it. But anyhow, subscribe for now, guys. Have gone for my show. Starts at 10 p.m. It's more, we're talking now serious things in Uganda. Uganda is going to host the Africa Cup of Nations. So we will be discussing with the Minister of Sport in Uganda. He will be on the show. So download the Afro Mobile app and enjoy the show. Afro Mobile is an app that you can download and enjoy the show on NBS Sport anyhow. So let me go get myself done. I hope you like my shade of, is this red or maroon or something? I'm a bit colorblind. Anyhow, hot spots out here, guys. Bless you.